Hi guys, Reese here. Now after the last episode, obviously having a look about the game, played the friendly games. Well, I didn't. The assistant manager did. Let's have a look. Schedule and 4-0 against whoever they are, 3-1 against AAB, 1-0 against Austria we had, and SLB 2-1. Kitchi, again never heard of him, 7-0. Espanyol 3-1. Barcelona 2-2. Now, going on to Real Madrid now, the first competitive game of the season after a 3-day break. I've got to say to you that I've just done all this and I didn't save the game and there was a round here. So I had to start again from there as the game crashed at half time. I was getting absolutely hammered. It was 0-0 against Real Madrid, but I was getting absolutely hammered. They'd had 19 shots, I had 1. I was just about to change the tactics a little bit. But yeah, it crashed at half time and it just sort of, the screen froze. So I've had to come out again. But yeah, got quite a lot of players missing as of Real Madrid now, obviously. There was only one player out, just for Leo last time. But they've obviously had a few problems in the last game. So let's have a look at the squad, the tactics. So we'll change Jones for Lindelof and Blind for Bailly, as they're both suspended and injured. Both suspended. Smalling's injured, Rojo's injured, Swansea I've let go on loan, which I regret now. So Lindelof is going to be cover. I am looking for a left, for another fullback, attacking fullback. It is on the list before the end of the transfer window. I think it's 3 weeks away. So need to take Smalling off for Damian and Bailly off. I'll stick on Carrick. Now I think the best thing to do here after the last game is swap Carrick for Mata and stick Carrick at the back, because that is what I was about to do in the last game. So hopefully it won't crash again, but this time I'm going to save the game and we'll have another look. But yeah, getting absolutely hammered, 19 shots to 1. Really, it should have been about 2-0 by half time at least. But I like this little social feed, what the fans have to say about certain things. Exciting Mahrez to come back and make an instant impact now, please. Mahrez United. Injuries affect footballers in funny ways. Hopefully there's no rush for Mahrez. So it's pretty cool. Man United can post things, obviously without your say so, but it's sort of like a news feed like Twitter or Facebook. Talks about other clubs too. It's a good little feature. A couple of the players will be back from injury soon. Obviously the couple of suspended ones won't be suspended in the next game. So I'm happy with the tactics. I'm going to submit. Yep, I do realise that. how the noise stops between each highlight. I wish it'd just stay on. So that's interesting. Ramos, Varane and Gareth Bale all injured. I don't know whether they started the game injured, but if they did, that's madness. But yeah, looks like, well, 4 shots to 1, 5 shots to 1. That was great, just as in the middle of resizing. So it's 6 shots to 3. I think putting Carrick in the defensive midfield role behind the 2 central midfielders has helped quite a bit there. I'm glad I went with that decision. I still think a far superior team at the minute, but hopefully the 3 injured players will make an impact as far as my team's concerned. Second half. Marcel seems pretty good in this for dribbling. On the shot count between ourselves and the opposition, pretty much double the amount of shots. Yeah, 10 to 5. Not really much I can do. There's not that many options, but I'm gonna have to do something about can't say I expected any less, to be honest. I think we've done pretty well to get this Thankful it's not crashed this time. Let's have a look at the schedule. Alright, so next game is Watford. 5-day gap. Gives us a bit of time to prepare, get fit again. So we'll run through that game. I wonder what you get for winning the league now in this this year's addition to the game. Since the TV right money's gone through the roof, it'll be pretty interesting to see how much spending money we get next season. A lot of the time you get a top up in the next transfer window depending on how much you've spent, or with United though that's not always the case because obviously the Glazers have got a big debt to pay off. Yeah, I had my suspicions that United weren't going to be great this season, money wise. Obviously after spending a few quid, but would have been nice to have another 50-60 million in the bank to spend. Bought one player, I've got enough for like a second rate or a good youth player for the left wing, left full back attacking. In fact, let's have a quick look. Scouting, player search, edit the search, and keep probably best up to 20 years old. Role, fullback. Let's see what we find. I was looking at this kid before from Orlando. It doesn't look too bad. I know he's not fully scouted, and obviously these could be a lot worse than it looks. But I think I'm going to take a gamble. He's got decent passing, decent marking, decent tackling. It's not a bad pace, it's not a bad acceleration. Looks like pretty good crossing. Yeah, go on, we'll have a gamble. Well, they don't want to sell, but every player has a price. 127 million, they really don't want to sell. And they want that as well. Forget that. No, terrible. Can we offer a contract? No, got to make an offer. Right, so we'll try again with the offer. But we'll be a bit more friendly with it. That's absolutely ridiculous. What is that all about? Unacceptable. Are you sure? It's worth 800 odd grand. That's the most I'm offering for that kid. I'll tell you that now. Can we bring Borthwick Jackson back? If we can, I'm going to do. No, can't do it. So it's a shame if we buy a left back now, because once Cameron Borthwick Jackson comes back, I'd like to implement him into the team. He's got a pretty good rating and he's got a lot of room for improvement. Quite promising. Jake Kenyon, not really at the right level, but we're going to promote him because I've got a feeling we're going to need him pretty soon. I'm going to let him keep training with the under 23s. 60 minutes so he don't get injured and keeps a bit fit, and we'll see where we get up to. Oh wait a second, Luke Shaw's back. That was quick. Right, we'll see what happens there then. Still getting used to this interface, it's still a little bit crazy. So look at the latest news. Time will be projected. We've got to go over a new proof offer for him. He'll prove himself worth it. Yeah, not 127 million, mate. Still hope we can get time in. Buzzing to be going to this one. Don't know why I'd be buzzing to go and see United and Watford, but okay, maybe they've never been to the game. Can't wait. Looks like it's going to be a perfect day. Yeah, quite like that feature. Just to add, I didn't have FM17. The last one I had was 16. Got 2,500 hours racked up on that one. I just didn't see enough of an improvement on 17 to. I've started getting it every other year. Well, I did have 15 as well, but I don't think I had 14. I think I had 13. But yeah, I think now you've got to buy them every couple of years. There's just not enough of a difference. It's still good, but you don't get as many hours out of it. It's not that. It's old news. A lot of it. I don't like the way you have to keep going through all this as well. Every time, every now and again, your chief scout will come to you with a bunch of players, but it's ridiculous because if you've requested a player be scouted, it's going to be in this list. But you've got to go through the list to find the player, and it can take a while, so it's quite annoying. Ryan Sessegnon, let's have a look. It's a shame he's not better suited to left, to wing back or full back. He's got pretty good stats. I wonder if well, say pretty good, like, but good pace and acceleration. Decent passing for a 17-year-old. Some pretty good stats in there, especially physically. I wonder what would happen if I offered what he's worth. Oh, it's not too bad, but it's this that I don't like. Percentage off profit of next sale, and it's locked. They've locked it in so that I can't take that away, so I have to cancel the offer. And if I make another offer, but improve it, say 6 million, that's acceptable. I'd rather pay the extra and not have to worry about owing them money. in the future if he sells for 40 million. So we'll take a punt on him, because he's 17, his stats aren't too bad, and it's a bit of competition for Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. If he doesn't quite turn out to be the best, I'm sure we'd get the money back for him. Oh, he's not interested in joining anyway. It's good because I sort of forgot about Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. Romero, we're going to make him available for the reserves, under 23s. Fellaini, he's listed. I don't know why he's listed, I didn't list him. So we're going to unlist him. Don't know why that was. Luke Shaw. No, we'll play Luke Shaw in this game. Obviously have to swap him about with somebody. Wilson is back. Yeah. Right, well let's have a look. I don't know if it's a stick with the... No, forget it. I was going to say about sticking with Carrick in the defensive midfield role. Don't think we'll need that against Watford. I've been wrong before. Right, so we'll get rid of Young. Blend for Bailly. Jones for Lindelof. Give Darmian a go instead of Valencia. So I've got one attacking fullback and one defending fullback, but we'll see how that goes. We'll put Carrick up here and swap him for Mata. In fact, instead of attacking with Mata, we'll support as an advanced playmaker. It's just about getting the players fit at the minute, so I'll swap Herrera for Matic, who didn't have a great game. Go box to box with him. We'll save Mkhitaryan for the next game, or bring him on for Mata later on. We'll bring Young onto the bench for Carrick, because we can. We'll take Valencia off the bench, in fact, and we'll put Lindelof on. So Young can play left or right. Lindelof can cover the centre of defence. And we've got Lingard covering the right, Mkhitaryan covering the centre. Can also play on the right and left and the centre. And then Matic covering the centre as well, defensively and both centre mids. So yeah, Rashford obviously can play where Marcel is or where Lukaku is if needs be. So yeah, let's have a match preview. Well, everyone's fit enough. Obviously Luke Shaw, Herrera, Mahrez and Darmian need to get a bit more match fitness, so it's the beginning of the season. That'll come. But before we submit the team, I'm going to save the game, only because if it crashes again, I won't be happy. Right, let's see what happens. 17. Bagged his first goal in his debut. What a great buy so far. Marcel set up both goals. I thought it was a Mahrez. I think it was more of a some aggression. Tom cleverly it's looking good so far. Really is. Begin. If you subscribe, I'll give you a shout out in the next video early on. So a bit of an incentive for you. That does help me grow the channel, and I do really appreciate it. Thing is, when you praise them at half time like that, when you're actually wouldn't even say we're Yep, we've got Arsenal next. We've got a nice 5-day gap again. Arsenal have lost their first game, which was 2. Swansea. They lost away to Swansea 2-1. So that's good. They've got 3 injuries. Sorry, 2 injuries. No, 3 injuries, sorry. Not as many as us, but well, the same. So we've got Ibrahimovic out for a long time, Rojo out for 4 to 5 months, and Smalling's out for another 2 days. So other than Rojo and Ibrahimovic, we're pretty much back to full fitness. They're long-term injuries that not even registered Rojo. In fact, I shouldn't have really registered Ibrahimovic. 3 to 5 months, could have done that in January. But yeah, we've got one more slot for the left full back that we're looking for. We might not need one now that we've got Shaw back. I thought Shaw was out for a lot longer, a good few games more. So I wanted a youth player to come in and back them up for that position. So let's have a look at the schedule again. So we've got Arsenal in 5 days, and then we've got an 8-day break then until Stoke at home. So Arsenal away, Stoke at home, and then another big gap, international break, until we play Everton away. And between now and then we'll find out who we've got in the group stage of the Champions Cup. But I'm going to end the video here for now, guys. So thanks for watching. Do like I said, do subscribe. I'll give you a shout out in the next video. And thanks for watching. Thanks, guys.